Hey everyone, we're back with another episode of Bites and Borders. It's your two favorite hosts, Ian.
And Donovan, and they were going to talk about fun facts about Japan and sushi.
Yeah, we're gonna give you like sushi. We're gonna give you a sushi recipe, specifically a California roll, and we're just gonna like talk about Japan together, give an overview of like what it's like. I'm gonna give you a few fun facts, and then after like Donovan said, obviously sushi. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into the video now. Before we get into the video today, I just want to give a big shout out to the BEF or the PTSA. They do a lot for us. They're able to support us with these awesome cameras to make this podcast possible.
Like Ian said, we want to thank the BEF Foundation, but not even just for our podcast equipment and stuff, but for everything they do for the school. And they're just amazing.
Now, we're going to be talking about and giving our overview of Japan. So, one of the things about Japan that to me is really different to us is like how strict they are kind of on things. Like in the US, I feel like people are pretty like chill about things, and if you do something wrong, then I don't know. There's like dress codes in Japan, like you're wearing a hoodie, just like me, right, Donovan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're more formal when you said.
Like, you really can't wear, like, just, what's it called? Suburban wear, I think.
Yeah, like casual.
Yeah, can't wear casual wear. It's probably, like, rude and, like, it's not family.
Yeah, because like I think there I know that in the US we wear like hoodies and sweatpants a lot, but I don't know if there I don't think that's a common thing.
Yeah.
And then another thing, the food there. I mean, I think America, when you say has like a reputation of being unhealthy, right?
Yeah, we really like a bunch of calories each day. Like all American food is like kind of unhealthy.
Yeah, like in the US, I feel like it's really unhealthy, but in Japan, they have a reputation for being more like healthy with their food, and also their food is just a lot different. A lot of it contains rice, like fried rice, sushi, obviously, or noodles like ramen, but like what are some of the common foods in the US on them?
I'd say like burgers and fries. Even though they say they're not from like America, but like they really eat them.
Yeah, it just like here fast food is really popular, but there it's not as much. I don't think.
And then well, I'd say like one more thing I think is different is like the communication there. Instead of being like blunt and saying like Mr. McLeod would say that shirt is ugly
Yeah,
because it's Michigan.
it's a
Like
good.
they wouldn't say that. It'd be like they just be like maybe like I don't think your shirt is very good.
Yeah, I think they're a lot more respectful to like others than the US. Like the US is, I think, pretty open to other cultures, which I don't think they are as much. But I don't think they're gonna like shame you really. Okay, let's get to the next one now, right, Donovan?
Yep. Let's go into the fun facts. So now we're on to the fun facts segment. The first fun fact we have is about Tokyo and how it has the most restaurants than any other city in the world, with an estimated of around 150,000 venues. And for comparison, New York only has around 27,000 restaurants.
Only?
Yeah, I really thought it was more.
Yeah, I would say I feel like it's more, but I guess Tokyo is like I think it's around 4 times bigger, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one fact we'll share. In Japan, it's a good manner to slurp your noodles. Like whenever you have something like ramen or something at a restaurant, especially, it's respectful to the chef to slurp your noodles because I think they see it as like a way of respect and that you like the food. But in the U.S. a lot, I think it's seen as disrespectful to like eat loud or chew loud.
Yeah, like smack it.
Yeah. All right. What's next on?
So next, we have another thing about restaurants is that Tokyo also has the most Michelin star restaurants of any city in the world. And in 2019, there were 230 restaurants in the capital honored by Michelin. And but the next highest city is Paris, which has 113.
Okay. So next, a thing kind of related to the US of Christmas, but the traditional meal there for Christmas Eve is KFC. It's not like what you would expect. Like a traditional one in the U.S. is obviously more like home cooked meal stuff, kind of like what do you have during Christmas?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, like in the US, I think Christmas Day meals are more associated with like home cooked, but there it's KFC because I'm pretty sure it's everyone knows who Colonel Sanders is, and I think they once ran a campaign for like where they advertised him as Santa, which sounds kind of weird, but it got a bunch of Japanese people to start having KFC, and now it's just like a big tradition for a lot of people there.
Yep. And then the final fact that we have is that
Soba, which is like a type of noodle, it's usually like basically they have like bottomless noodles kind of because it's like soba is relatively cheap. So some places do like an all you can eat soba basically. Like it's kind of like a challenge and it can also represent like hospitality and other things special to it.
and they also eat it on New Year's Eve, which the long length of the noodle symbolizes longevity, and then when you eat them or actually bite them, it represents uh serving severing your link with the hardships of the previous year, like going into the new year with a whole new mindset.
Oh, do you mean severing? Like
Yeah, severing problem.
yeah, you're good. Okay, next we'll go to the thing that you've probably all been waiting for if you've made it this long. And now we're gonna give you a recipe for sushi, one of my personal favorite foods.
Yeah. All right. So now what you all have been waiting for is how to make the actual sushi. So ingredients for a perfect sushi rice is you need 2 cups of Japanese short or medium grain rice, such as I don't know how to pronounce it, but homai or California cow rose. 2 to 2 half cups of cold water. 5 tablespoons of sushi vinegar, and you can also make your own sushi vinegar by combining the following 3 ingredients and dissolving them together over low heat on the stove, and then let the mixture cool. The 3 ingredients you can use is 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar, a tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, and you can use sea salt. And then the ingredients for the actual roll inside the California roll, which we'll be making, is the half-pound imitation crab meat. And shaved crab meat is the easiest one to like use or work with. And then 1 avocado, ripe but still firm. 1/2 medium cucumber, peeled and sliced in long strips. Toasted nori seaweed, toasted sesame seeds, and a sushi rolling mat to like actually roll the sushi, and a plastic wrap to cover the mat, which you use with it. And if you don't have a sushi mat, you can try using parchment paper instead.
Yeah. So I'll tell you guys how you can like make it and assemble it. So first, you'll just want to get your sushi. Like I know traditional sushi, like okay, so basically wrap your plastic wrap first down onto like the parchment paper or whatever you're using. And then after that, you'll get your pieces of seaweed and then you can keep it long and cut it after, but you could also get them like in half obviously and like cut them to your desired thing. So this is like a personal choice if you like sesame seeds. Personally, I don't like them, so I wouldn't use them. But you can toast sesame seeds over a high heat or medium heat. So use medium heat on stove and then just like get them until they're golden. And then basically, so on your parchment paper or your sushi rolling mat, you're just gonna like smack it onto there for your seaweed. And then after, you're gonna have your rice, which you hopefully use the recipe to make it. But if not, you can just use whatever rice you have and use your own personal recipe. So get your fingers wet and then just start like using your hands and then just like scoop generous handfuls onto the sushi like seaweed rolls and then you have it. And then after that, flip it over so the rice you can't see it if you look directly up. And then after that, you're just gonna want to get your ingredients. Like for us, we have imitation crab meat, which you can obviously just cut into like your desired length. We have avocados, which are also obviously cut, and cucumbers, which again you have to cut. just like make sure to make it small enough where it like will fit, obviously, but don't make it too big or large, so it'll like you can't wrap it. And then after, you should hopefully have your seaweed like you have the rice under it, then you have the seaweed here, and then on top of that, in a line that doesn't cover throughout the whole thing, just like a small line in the middle, you'll just have your invitation crab meat, cucumber, and avocado. And then after that, you'll want to start rolling it. So basically, um, you'll like obviously you have the plastic wrap that you put down, hopefully, and then you just like start rolling it with your hands, kind of like make sure to be careful, apply pressure so it goes into that roll shape, but don't apply too much that some of it could break. And then once you have that, personally, I would like I guess you don't have to do this, but I would tie it up and make sure that it stays. And then after, you'll want to grab a knife and start cutting it into your desired sushi pieces.
Oh, Ian, also a trick is if you don't want the rice won't stick to the knife as much as you're saying, before you cut it, you can run it through like a damp towel. So like the rice won't stick, which is a good trick.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because sometimes you don't want all the rice to like leave, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, once you slice it, you have the perfect sushi roll, you know? And then you can use your desired sauce, like soy sauce, or add some other stuff. But
Like wasabi and ginger.
yeah, I usually like chili oil because it gives a little kick, but it's good, trust.
Alright, I'll maybe try it.
Yeah, it gives like spice, just like a little bit, but it's good, trust. And then,
Alright. And
so
so thank you for joining our podcast. Make sure to hit that bell down there or over there, I don't know which one. And subscribe. And now we'll see you later.
yeah, but also another thing, make sure to comment on our podcast and rate our recipe, which I'm sure that you guys will like, right, Donovan?
Yep.
Yeah, so just like it, subscribe, hit that bell, ring it,
Yep.
so you can get notifications from the next episode. And 3, 2, 1, toodaloo.